Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing great and you guys are following sorting algorithm series. We have covered three sorting algorithms as of now, which is insertion sort, bubble sort, and selection sort. So this is the fourth algorithm, which is merge sort. So let's quickly see what merge sort algorithm is. So guys, as you can understand from the name itself, merge, right? So in this algorithm, what we do, we will have two sub arrays. We will merge them to make a resultant array, and this resultant array will be sorted. So this will be sorted and this will be sorted. We will combine together, or you can say we will merge them to make the final sorted array. So this is what basically is the crust of merge sort algorithm. Let's understand in dry run now, like how merge sort works. Okay. I'm quickly giving indexes to the elements. Okay. Second. Okay. So first of all, we will calculate the so first step, right? Whenever we do merge sort, we calculate the mid value. So mid is what? Left plus right by 2. Okay. Left plus right by 2. Now initially guys, this is the array which is given to us, right? This is the array which is given to us. So left value will be 0. That is the lowest index. And the right value will be, sorry for that. And the right value will be the last index, which is 4. Okay, so what will be the mid value? Mid will come out to be 0 plus 4 by 2, which is 2. So our mid value becomes this. Okay, this is the first step. Second step in merge sort is then we will divide the array into two sub arrays. Okay, we will divide it into two sub arrays. That is, this will become one sub array and this will become the rest of the other array. So from left to mid becomes one array. From mid plus 1 to right becomes the second array. Okay, so this is my one sub array and this is my one sub array. So if you remember, what I told initially was we will have one sub array and we will have another sub array. Both will be sorted in itself. Okay, as of now, these are not sorted. This is not sorted and this is not sorted, but eventually they will become sorted. Once they both are sorted, we will merge them together. We will merge them together in order to make the final sorted array. Okay, in order to make the final sorted array. This is the crust of merge sort. Okay, let me just quickly erase it now. So we have, as of now, what we have done is that we have divided this array. Okay, let me just quickly erase it only. So we have divided this array 5, 2, 4, 3, 1 into two halves. That is, first half is the first subarray. Okay, and the other is the second subarray. Guys, now here recursion will come into picture. We will, what happens in recursion is that we divide the bigger problem, right, into smaller problems. So if we have to sort this whole array, right, we will divide it into two smaller sub arrays. So now we have to sort this array. This is one sub problem. And we have to sort this. This is another sub problem. Okay. Now we will assume here, guys, since we are talking about recursion, right? So I will show you the recursive tree later. But firstly, I want you to assume that we will get this as sorted by recursion and we will get this sorted by recursion. So once they both are sorted, right? Once they both are sorted, so we have this array, right? 5, 2, 4, 3, 1. Once they both are sorted, I will assume that I will get something like this: 2, 5, 4 and 1, 3. So individually they are sorted down. This will happen through recursion. I will show you later how this happens, but I want you to assume as of now that we have got something like this via recursion. Okay, alright. So you will understand, don't worry, how this happened. But yeah, I want you to assume as of now. Now, if you remember, earlier I told you what? That we will have one subarray, we will have another subarray, both will be sorted, right? Both will be sorted. Then we will combine them, or you can say we will merge them to make the final sorted array, right? So here we see, here we have this sorted subarray, we have this sorted subarray. Now we have to do the merge function, we have to do the merge thing so that we can get the final array. So we will now see how this merge will happen. Okay, let's see that. Okay, so let me just quickly, oh god, let me just quickly write it again. So we have 5 2 4 3 1. This was the array. So now the sorted array is 2 5 4 and 1 3. Okay, okay. So this is 0 1 2 3 and 4. Now guys, see, I will have a function, right? Merge function I will have, in which I will be passing array, this array. Okay. I will be passing the left value, I will be passing the mid value, and I will be passing the right value. Okay. So in this whole case, my left was here, my right will be here, and my mid was, if you remember, it was 2. So this function call will something look like ARR. Left will be 2, left will be 0, mid will be 2, and right will be 4. So this function call will go something like this. Okay. Now in this function call, what I have to do is basically I have to get this thing out. I have to get this thing out because I have this entire array, right? I have to make this subarray, I have to make this subarray, then I have to merge them. So how we will do that? So let me just write here left value as 0, right value as 4. Okay, right value as 4 and mid value as 2. And let me just erase this. Okay, so now what I will do is I will take two subarrays. I will make two subarrays. This will be of size, because this size of this subarray will be what? The size of this subarray will be mid minus L plus 1. That is, mid is what? 2 minus L is 0 plus 1, which is 3. So size 3. Okay, and I will shift all the elements from L is equal to 0 to mid, because if you remember, I told you that first subarray is from L to mid, and the other array is from mid plus 1 to R. So whatever elements are from L, which is 0, to mid, which is 2, I will just, oh sorry, here I have written it wrong. It will be 2 4 5. Okay, so here I will write the array. Okay, fine. Okay, and the second array will be, size will be R minus mid. That is, R is what? 4 minus mid is 2, so 2. So here we will have 1 and 3. So now we have got two subarrays which we have made from this one, subarray 1 and subarray 2. Okay, now it's our job to merge them. So we have to merge this array with this array. So let's see now how we will merge these two arrays. Okay, all right. So I have this subarray which is 2, 4 and 5, and I have this other subarray which is 1 and 3, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0, 1. And ARR is what? ARR is my final array, which was something like, which was looking something like this: 2, 4, 5, 1, 3, right? Okay. Now, see guys, what I will do, I will take three variables, right? Three variables. First variable is I, which will take which will be pointer of this first array. Okay, its initial value will be 0. Then J, its initial value will be again 0. And K will be for this array, because we have to make this as something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this array's pointer will be K, and the starting index will be L, because this array starting value is L, right? So we will have it as L. Now we will start our, so here, so see, we will start our, what you say, let me just write it somewhere here. So this is 2, 4, 5, 1, 3. Okay, and now here we have J, and here we have K. So K is what? L is 0, so K is also 0. So this is scenario. So now we have to update the values here in the sorted way, and we will get values from here. So what will be the logic? Logic will be that if ARR of I is less than ARR of J, if this value is less than this value, obviously we have to keep the lower value first. So if ARR of I is smaller, we will keep, in ARR of K, we will keep ARR of I, and we will increment I, and we will increment K. Okay, how? See. Or if this is not the case, if the case is ARR of J is less than ARR of I, then if this is the case, it was this if this is the case, then ARR of K will have the smaller value, because we have to make it in sorted order, right? So ARR of J will go, and J plus plus and K plus plus. See, here ARR of I is 2 and J is 1. ARR of J is less than ARR of I, right? This is less. So this value we will put here. Okay, this value we will put at ARR of K 1. Okay, let me just choose another color for that. Let's say 1. And now since we have already occupied this position, so K will move forward so that it can occupy the next position. And since this 1 is already considered, J will also move forward. Right. So that is J plus plus and K plus plus. Now let's move forward and see other iteration. Now ARR of I is 2 and ARR of J is 3. Now ARR of I is less than ARR of J, that is this condition. So we will put ARR of I in ARR of K. ARR of K will also increment here. I have not incremented here. Here this is 1. Sorry, this is 0. This is 1. And this was also 1. Now, okay. So what we will do is, here ARR of K, our value 2 will go. Okay. And I will increment to 1 and K will increment to 2. I plus plus K plus plus. Alright. Now what we will do? Now what we will do? So I here now. I is here now. Okay, and K is here. We will now again compare ARR of I with ARR of J. ARR of I is 4 and ARR of J is 3. J is smaller. So we will put this J value in place of K, and we will increment this J. So J is now out of bound. and okay, so j becomes 2, k is now 3. Okay, so k is now moved forward and k is now here. Now guys, if you see, this second array is finished. All the elements is there in the final array. Now only this array's elements are left. So when one of the sub array is finished, right, then whatever elements are left in the second array, we will just copy paste them as it is. Why? Because these are already in sorted order. If you remember, I told you that the sub arrays are already sorted. So this 4, 5, we will just simply copy them in the ARR of k value. So after this logic, right, there will be a logic that if any of the arrays has been finished, whatever is the array which is not finished, just copy paste the elements directly here. So if you see now, our final array, this final array becomes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These 4 and 5. So we have got the sorted array. So I hope you understood how we are basically merging these two sorted arrays. Okay. Now let's get back to the original problem which we had. Now you will understand how recursion is playing part here. Okay. So if you remember earlier we had this array, right? 5, 2, 4, 3, 1. This was the array which is given to us. I told you that you have to assume that here, so this is one array, this is one array, recursion will give you this as sorted and recursion will give you this as sorted. You have to just merge them. And how merging is done, we have already seen above. So once merging is done, this array will become something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we have already seen, if you remember. We have already seen it here. So this was the merging thing which we have seen already. Okay. This we have already seen. Now let's understand how recursion is playing part here. Okay. See. So what happened, guys? We have this function, let's say merge. We have a function merge. And this merge function takes ARR. Okay, and it takes L and it takes R. Okay. So when this merge function will be called, so when initially this merge function will be called, L value, if you see here in the first call, this is L value is 0, R value is what? 4. Last index. Okay. Now, when here further 2 recursive calls, so this is one call. Now further there will be 2 recursive calls. Based on mid calculation, we calculate mid and we find out the middle value, which will come out to be 2 here. So we will now divide it. So now again there will be one function called merge with ARR of ARR and 0. So if you remember, L to mid and mid plus 1 to R, right? So 0 to this was your L, this was your R, right? So we have separated 2 arrays. So this will be the starting index, this will be the ending index. So 0 comma mid, and for the other array it will be ARR. It will be merge ARR of I'm just removing this. It will be ARR of mid plus 1. So mid was 2, 2 plus 1 3, and R is what? 4. Okay, here it will be 2. So these are the two recursive calls. Now if you go here again, if you expand this recursive call, you will see it will again be broken into 2. It will be again broken into 2. Here we will calculate mid again. So mid will be what? 0 plus 2 by 2, because it is L plus R by 2 and L is this, R is this. So this will become 2 by 2, which is 1. So how will this be segregated? It will be merge of ARR, comma. It was how, you remember, L to mid and mid plus 1 to R. So L is what? 0. To mid is 1. And again merge ARR of L. L is what now? L is mid plus 1. Mid plus 1 is 1 plus 1, 2. And R is what? 2. So these are the two further recursive calls. Similarly, now if I expand this one, okay, I'm just showing you how the recursive tree is being built. Okay, now here if you see, what is L? L is 0. This is R is 1. First division will be merge of ARR comma L is 0. It becomes 0 plus 1 by 2, which is 0. So it becomes 0 comma D, something like this. And the other call is from mid plus 1 to R, right? It is from mid plus 1 to R. So ARR comma mid plus 1 is what? Mid is 0. 0 plus 1. And R is what? 1. So if you see now, what does this mean? This means that starting is L and this is R. So when L is equal to R, right? It means there we are stuck at one element. So that is here 0 index, that is in the example 5. Okay, in the example 5. So when this is the case, we just simply return that element. So we get 5 here. Similarly, here also we get one index, which is 5. One index was what? It was it was 2, right? It was 2 here, 2. Okay, so here we will return 2. Now if you see, we get something from left, we get something from right. Okay, we get something from left, we get something from right. Now it's our responsibility to merge this. And we have already seen how to merge it. So once we merge this, we will get the sorted array, something like this. Right, we will get the sorted array. So this call will make our final array, which was 5, 2, 4, 1, 3, right? 4, 3, 1, I guess. After this call, this array will become something like this. So it will become 2, 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay. And similarly, after this one, so this will be 2 comma 2, right? 2 comma 2 means the array will be returned. We will return what? Something like 4. Okay, which is this element. Now we have to merge 2 comma 5 and we have to merge 4 in this call, which is this call. We have to merge 2 comma 5 and we have to merge 4. So when we merge them together, we will get 2, 4 and 5. So now you understood like how we were getting 2, 4, 5. So from this call, right, we get 2, 4, 5. And from this call, we will get 1 and 3. Now finally, when this call happens, in this call, once both the recursive calls are done, we will do the merge of these two, merge function. And when merge function is done, we will be getting the sorted array as we have seen earlier. So I hope you understood, like I hope you got some clarity on how this recursive thing is happening. I would highly recommend just dry run yourself. If you will not dry run yourself, you're not able to understand completely. Let's quickly see the code for this. Code is very simple, although it will look like what is there, but it's very easy. Okay, so see, first of all, we have this merge sort function. Okay, we will call it and merge sort. And in this merge sort function, we are taking array, the beginning index and the end index. If beginning index or end index are same or greater than, then just return. This is this case, right guys, if you remember. when beginning index and return index are same. If you remember this case. So in that case, don't need to do anything, just return. Okay. And then calculate mid, make two recursive calls to the same function. So basically this function, you are dividing your bigger array into two smaller arrays to make them sorted separately. So this one will give you, if you remember, 2, 4, 5 as sorted, and this will give you 1 and 3 as sorted. This will merge them together to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this merge, let's see what happens in this merge. If you guys remember how we did merge, let me just show you once. Yeah. If you remember, how did we do it? We have taken three variables to one. First of all, we created this subarray, then this subarray, two subarrays we created, right? So first subarray we taken with of size mid minus l plus 1. So we have taken this subarray with size mid minus l plus 1, and the second subarray with size right minus mid. Right minus mid. Okay, this one and this one. So we have created these two subarrays, and when we copied the elements into these. So if you remember, we have copied these elements, right? From the main array, we just copied them into these. Then we have taken three variables. This is to keep a track of the first subarray, second subarray, and this is the final array which we have, that is ARR or array 1, this one. So that starting will be left. Then we just calculate until this is the condition that any one of the subarray is not empty. If the left, these are those conditions which we have seen there here. These conditions which we have written, right? So here you can take if it is equal also, less than equal to, you can take that. Okay, so this is like those conditions. And if you remember, after a while this j was finished, so we copied the elements which are left in the first subarray as it is. So these two while loops are for that. Like if in, let's say, in the first subarray elements are left, just directly copy them into the final array. Or if in the second subarray elements are left and first is finished, then just simply copy the second array elements into the final array. Okay, I hope you understood the logic and the code. I would highly recommend you have to dry run yourself, otherwise it won't be clear. Let's see the time complexity. So for merge sort, right, time complexity is O of n log n. Okay. Well, why n log n? Because see, here this merging thing, right, we are traversing in the array, so it will take O of n, and we are every time here dividing into 2. So this is log n. So, and every time we are calling this merge function, which is O of n. So log n for we are dividing by 2, that is we are finding mid, and we are like dividing into half. And n, why? Because every time we are calling the merge function, and merge function takes O of n time. So O of n log n is the time complexity, and space complexity is, you can say, O of n, because we'll be taking these two extra arrays, right? These two arrays. Okay. So I hope you understood merge sort algorithm. It seems quite complex, but it's not actually. You have to dive in yourself and understand. But I hope you got a kickstart from here. If you found the video helpful, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.